Another problem with the BMW. This time, swirl flaps time. Ay, 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 look at these swirl flaps. Why? Why did you do this to me? Just a mess. Yeah, let's do it. Just don't understand. I give this car so much love, so much attention. Ooh, when I sell this car, if anyone asks me for the service history book, oh Lord. Ooh. Better watch my videos. What I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to have to reveal the swirl flaps on my BMW because I'm pretty sure they're a bit stuck. It's either the motor or the flaps itself. You know, it happens, the car has 200,000 miles. I know the engine's been rebuilt, but still, that could be a massive, massive issue because when I accelerate, the car just doesn't go. It pulls, but it takes its time. Even shifting gears is a bit delayed, it's a bit slow. And I know it's not the gearbox. The gearbox has been serviced maybe 10,000 miles ago. So I don't know, that's not the issue. Also, it's been checked by BMW. So they couldn't find no fault in the gearbox because the swirl flaps came on, as you saw on my OBD11. I believe that's the problem. So today I need to tackle it. Yeah, it's cold, but we gotta do it, right? I don't like the fact I'm so close to my neighbors in the street. So I'm gonna have to do it quick. And if I get quiet, you know what happened is because someone came and dropped an eye on me. Anyway, let's carry on. Hello, hello. So I'm just gonna start removing all the covers. So this is where we need to get access to. This is the intake manifold and the swirl flaps will be underneath, as I will show you in a second. First of all, before you do any work, don't forget to connect your battery. So first I'm just gonna remove all the wires and bolts from the top. I'll take you guys with me. So there are 3 CRV bolts, which connect straight to the throttle body. Now there are 3 T30 bolts that connect the motor. Now let's just get access to the 1, 2, 3, 4. There is some oil leaking from here. That's not good. 5. Let's remove this cover, see what's inside, but I didn't like the fact that there was oil in there. Okay, let me just remove the alternator wiring. Positive terminal that's connecting to the alternator, which will be a 13mm. And this is the one. This is the positive terminal that comes to the alternator. So I'm going to remove this one, and then after I'm going to remove the wire. See if I can find you a better look of what I'm... Okay, now that I got your front row seat, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to remove the positive terminal. It goes onto the alternator, which is a 10mm. Don't actually need to remove this one, but I'll just loosen it for now. So I've got more leverage to be able to move the intake once it's out. And this wire. There we go. I'm just using the screwdriver to pry it from below. And there it is. It's out. Now, some vacuum lines back. This beauty right here. It needs to slide down or slide up. I'll say up. There's a click below. Then she just slide up. There we go. Just like that. And that's the click. Hopefully you can see it. That's the click right here. So the click here slides into that groove right there. So now all the wiring is disconnected. It's just time to bring it home. Vacuum lines, be careful with those. If you break one, you know what's gonna happen. It's very painful. So now let's just remove the 5 bolts that are holding the intake manifold. Now 5 10mm bolts that are holding the intake, which are one there, one there, one right there at the back. Right there. Can you see it? That's the one right there hiding. And there are 2 more below. One there and another one right there. But I do not like the fact there's some oil. Okay, I'll look into it in a second. But definitely there's some oil below, which is not good. It's never good. But let's see let's see what's going on. Maybe I can put you on the side. That's another bolts that I'm going to be taking already anyway, so. And these bolts are meant to stay attached to the intake manifolds. Perfect. Let's move the wires around a little bit. There we go, so they don't get caught. And what's left? And that's it. No, there's one left. Just this one here, which I forgot, which connects. I think I need that sensor, but done. Now it just slides out. There you go. These are the swirl flaps, which are causing me problems at the moment. So this is a bit interesting. We do have considerable amount of oil there on the last piston. It doesn't really tell me. It doesn't really show me too much. You can only see too much as to why it would be any type of oil leaking. But certainly it's dropping from here, right there. That point and here. I'm not gonna attempt to clean all of these now. So oh, this is not good. Even the connectors for my glow plugs are quite oily, which is not what we want. But yeah, you see, the plugs have oil inside. Okay. I'm definitely gonna have to investigate that. Okay, it's not good. It's not good. I'm gonna do it as small. I'm gonna clean it a little bit. And then, yeah, I do have carbon. Obviously, carbon is acceptable, but oil is not. And the oil is coming from the top. comes oil backing up into the intake. Okay, let me go and think about. Look at this. Look at this. It's definitely oil. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so we've got a part here. So we've got the intake manifold out. I think I know what's the problem already, but let's have a look. As you can see, there is excessive oil leakage from here, which I believe it comes from inside, which is a problem because parts of my car are blanked. So the only way that oil can get into the flap swirls could have been from the runners, but no, it's not from the runners. So the only place that I've got is the actuator itself, which if we come close, we can see the actuator is in fact leaking. Now, I can buy a brand new actuator, the parts, or I can buy the full intake manifold, which they're not cheap, by the way. It's something around £500 from BMW. But the play on the rod is just ridiculous. Look at that. It's not even holding. Look, this must have extended so much. But anyway, it's the place. The swirl flap itself moves. That's a lot of play, so I'm definitely gonna need a new swirl flap. The gaskets, there is no gaskets. Look, they flat as could possibly be, but maybe they all come with the part itself. I will need, I think the actuator should be fine. However, I'm gonna buy the parts for it because I can buy one from BMW, but I don't think they create brand new parts for these cars anymore because they're outdated within reason, and therefore any part they have I think is refurbed. So who better than me to do a job like that? But yeah, and it's way too much oil inside, way too much carbon, considering that this oil only comes from my crankcase ventilation system. Yeah, usually they come from the crankcase ventilation system or from the EGR itself, but yeah, that option is out. So yeah, that's the main problem. That's where it comes. That's where the problem's coming from. So I'm gonna buy all the seals to restore these again. All the parts that I will need. I'm not gonna do it today because it's cold and it's getting dark. So that's right. Well, initially I thought it was just a swirl flap runners that, because the oil goes through them, I thought it could be them. It's not them. And then I saw that the intake manifold was leaking, but for the intake manifold to be leaking, it means there's a boost leak somewhere from the flap swirl actuator. In order to be an intake manifold leak, mainly is because there's a boost leak somewhere on the swirl flap actuator. And if there's a swirl flap actuator leakage, which usually sucks the oil from EGR or the crankcase ventilation system. In this case, I know for sure it's from the crankcase ventilation system, but because of the excessive rod play that you just saw, I'm gonna have to buy a few parts. I'm gonna have to reconstruct that. Either that or I could just spend £600 on a brand new one from BMW. I don't want to buy a new one from eBay or secondhand, because you never know, they're gonna do exactly the same thing that I'll be doing. But obviously, if I can do it for cheaper, it's even better. And if it works perfectly, it's mission accomplished. So yeah, let me go and order the parts, and I'll see you next time anyway. Thanks for watching. Take care.